Thanks for staying with us on News Central now. Hours after he was sworn in on Wednesday, the Inspector General of Police Tunji Disu inaugurated a 7-member committee to drive the process for state policing. The committee is chaired by Professor Olu Ogunsakin, with Commissioner Police Bode Ojajuni as Secretary. Other members include Okebuchi Ogora, Sulaiman Guma, Okechukwu Okago, Tolulokpe Ikpimiso, and also retired Commissioner of Police Emmanuel Ojukwu. The IGP says that their work will help shape the framework through which state policing will operate in the country. Joining me now is constitutional lawyer Todimu Ige. Thank you so much for being here. Let's go straight into this. Quite interesting. Should the police be leading this effort, or should it be the National Assembly? Because we really need to understand where the powers stop and where they are actually strengthened, given that we're really looking at a constitutional amendment process.
The Constitution of Nigeria, as of today, Section 214, particularly Section 214, Sub 1, says that there shall be only one police force in Nigeria. Having said that, what the IGP has done is not completely illegal. The body he has set up can only provide an advisory direction. They can work on the framework, the procedures, the direction, and how it's going to work out. After they have done that, a constitutional amendment must take place for a state police to be effective, for it to be inaugurated, for it to legally have a stance in Nigeria. That means that there must be constitutional amendments. Yes, the IGP can set up the framework and pass it forward to the National Assembly to look into it because they are a stakeholder. And afterwards, the constitution must be amended. So having said that, it means that the roles are very clear and distinct. The IGP can set up a framework, but they cannot enforce and they cannot turn it into law. That is the duty of the National Assembly.
Okay. All right, so it's obvious now, set up the committee first, which he has done, and then whatever they have as a framework, they push it to the National Assembly. But what specific framework would you recommend from funding to powers and even structure as well?
Now, yes, that's a very brilliant question, because we always say that he who pays the piper dictates the tune. And if the issue of funding is not addressed, it means that the police might end up being tools of abuse for governors or for people who are going to pay them. That's in this instance, because we're talking about state police, that means that the governors, there's tendency that there will be an abuse. Having said that, the police must be made to be autonomous. The Police Service Commission must have oversight control of the appointment of officers, must have oversight function in respect of the state police commissioners who would be handling the state police. But the total control must not be left to the governors of the state, because this will be subject to abuse. And there must be a position wherein there's checks and balance. And how do we do that? We must ensure that the payments, yes, even if it's coming from the state, an allocation from the state, some allocation from the federal, it must be autonomous, and there must be a police service commission that would run oversight and administrative procedure on this.
Thank you so much, Todimu Ige, constitutional lawyer, for joining us on this conversation. Thanks for your time.